There is nothing new. Once again, West Indies batsmen are struggling against spin bowling, and after winning the toss and electing to bat, are 62 for 5 after 11.1 overs in their third and final T20 match against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. It has been a miserable display of batting, as only Brandon King and 23 and Shea Oak, who was robbed. Yes, Shea Oak was robbed by the Sri Lankan television umpire. Nonetheless, the West Indies batting have struggled against spin once more. A lack of foot movement, a lack of balance at the crease, a lack of the inability to use their wrist to guide the ball into the gap is once again rearing its head in the West Indies batsmanship. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the number one cricket channel in the Caribbean. I look forward to your company. It doesn't seem like it will be a long one, as West Indies are unable to negotiate once again the spin of the Sri Lankan bowlers. Please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. The batsmen to go so far, first of all, let I give you the West Indies playing 11. They made two changes to the 11 that played in the second match, bringing in back Shea Hope for Andre Fletcher and replacing Shamar Springer with Fabian Allen. So the West Indies 11 read as Motie gives himself room and hit the side in the ear down toward backward point, and they will get one. They will get one, so the score moves up to 60. They got 64 for 5 after 11.2 overs. So the West Indies playing 11 is Elvin Lewis, Brandon King, Shea Ope, Ruston Chase, Shafane Rutherford, Ravman Powell, Romario Shepherd, Fabian Allen, Alzari Joseph, Gudakesh Motie, and Shamar Joseph. That's the West Indies playing 11, while Sri Lanka stuck with the same 11 that won the second match. And this is swept away by Motie down to backward square leg for another single as the score moves up to 65 for 5. So let's just go through the West Indies scorecard here. As I said, they won the toss and Powell decided to bat first. I would have loved to put in Sri Lankan first, but the captain decided to put in, the captain is elected to bat first. As a Salanga around the wicket, bowls to Powell, uses his feet, comes down the wicket, look to play that one in the onside, it go out onto the offside, and there is no run as the rain comes down in Kingston, Jamaica. I'm happy that you are here. 65 for 5, Asalanka comes round the wicket, bowls to Powell, who goes deep in the crease and pull this down to long on for another singer as West Indies move up to 66 for 5 after 11.5 overs. So 66 for 5 after 11.5 overs. So Brandon King, and what is also surprising is that the number of West Indies batsmen that have been out bowled. Asalanga bowls to Motie, who gave himself room, pulled this, it got come off the top edge of the bat, it bounced away down to long on. They should come back for 2. We are not seeing, let's see, yes, they came back for 2, and at the end of over number 12, West Indies winning the toss and electing to bat first. They are 68 for 5 after winning the toss and elected to bat first. This is the man that thief out Shea Hope. He is the television umpire that thief out Shea Hope. That's him. That's him. That's the crook. His name is Ravindra Wimasalari. He's 55 years old, born on August 19th, 1969. He is blind. He cannot see. And he should not be umpiring in cricket. The ball clearly hit the ground and did not carry it to the fielder. This is a thief from Sri Lanka. He is the thief and he's wanted in Jamaica. He need to come and talk to the Jamaican police so that he can be charged for robbery. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. This umpire should never be welcome in the West Indies unless he is reporting to the police. Not in Guyana, not in the West Indies, not in the Caribbean. He should only be accepted here. They should not land him here unless he's reporting to the police. He's a thief. This umpire for thieving out Shai Hope. The ball clearly did not carry it. It touched the ground, and I don't know what he was looking at. He's either blind or a thief. And he must report to the Jamaican police to be investigated so we can lock him up. He needs to be locked up. This umpire from Sri Lanka, damn thief. 69 for 5 after 12.2 overs. That is face. Look at him. Unfair and dishonest he is. He should not be umpiring international cricket. 71 for 5 after 12.4 overs. Motie is on 6 and Ravman Powell, the captain, is on 5. It's Kamindu round the wicket, bowls to Motie, who gave himself room, played it out into the offside for a singer. The score moves up to 73 for 5. So 73 for 5. Once again, the Sri Lankan Spinners are creating real havoc for the West Indies team here. So I'm going to run through the batting card after this delivery. As Kamindu comes in, bowls to Powell, and he pulled this high out of the ground for 6. Lovely shot there by the West Indies captain. He moves up to 11. The score should go up to 80. Wasn't the score 74 before now? It is saying 78. 78 for 5 after 13 overs. So the first to go was Elvin Lewis, bowled by Tikshana without scoring. The very first delivery. Unfortunate dismissal, but again, he didn't adjust well. Brandon King was the next one to go, backing away from Tikshana, and he was gone for 23 of 19 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6. Then Ruston Chase was out like a baby. He just played back one to Mendes, Kamindu Mendes, and was out bowl and card for 8 from 13 deliveries. Then Shai Hope was then stole. He was thiefed out. The umpire thiefed out Shai Hope. So Shai Hope was thiefed out for 18 from 25 deliveries and 2 fours. Then Shafran Rutherford again was bowled by Asalanka, giving himself room, and was bowled for 6 from 5 deliveries. He hit 1 4. So West Indies now are, let me see as this next over started. I'll just coming to you now. Bowls to Powell down the crease, and he swung this away down to the man at mid-wicket. That's a singer. The score will goes up to 80. So Powell here showing great intent. They are not rotating the scores. Let's watch. It's Powell on strike, though. He's on 11. What happened there? They didn't run. Bowls to Powell, and he pulled this high again into the night sky for 6. Out of the ground. So Powell moves up to 85. 85 there. That was another 6 by Powell there. Just taking out Asalanka. Did they run just now? Because the ball went down to mid-wicket on the mid-wicket boundary. And the score remains at 79. So they clearly never run. So is Powell saying that with over 6 overs to go, he's taking the strike? Very, very interesting decision here. I know I'm a little dark, but that light, it will be up all the time. And as soon as I start the commentary, it will go. I definitely need another light. Until then, I have to just work with this. It comes back on. As Asalanka bowls to Powell, he came down the pitch looking for another big shot. And then it goes to the man at the mid-wicket area. They take one this time. So it's sort of a little chaotic from the West Indies. It's like they're playing childish cricket. You don't understand. Because there they are, both of them standing in. There's no clear plan. They eventually went through for the single, and the score moves up to 86 for 5. So no clear plan here. However, it appears now that they are going to talk about it. Gudakesh Motie seconds. As Asalanga comes round the wicket, bowls to him, bottom edge onto his pad, through to the keeper, no run. The score remains at 86 for 5 after 13.5 overs. 86 for 5 after 13.5 overs. Gudakesh Motie was a little lucky there that he was not out bowled. Very lucky. Asalanga round the wicket, bowls to Gudakesh Motie, who gave himself room and played it to the man at cover. So Asalanka bowled to Motie, and Motie played to Asaranga at cover. Yeah, and the score remains at 86 for 5 after 14 overs. So good morning, everyone. Happy that you are here. Really appreciate your comment. Really appreciate your company. Rommel Watkins is saying, if ever there was a daylight robbery, indeed, Rommel Watkins, indeed it was daylight robbery. He's probably blind. Good morning, Cricket Forum. Good morning to you, Shirley Samuels. Jason, good morning. What another travesty. Indeed. Rommel Watkins says, win at any cost. Salim Khan believe 140 will be a good score. Hope we win. Allen is a good pick. So this is well alleged to continue. Bowls to Powell, and they go through for a quick single this time as the return comes in at the bowler's end, and the score moves up to 9. The score moves up to 87 for 5. Powell is on 19. Now, I have often said, and it's something that I put forward so very often. I said it so very often. Some persons who are on this high moral level, they tend to disagree with me, but that's okay. I do not have an issue. As Motie swung across the line of this one, it got the bottom edge and run away down to third man for 4. 91 now for 5 after 14.2 overs. So it's all right that you are on your high moral ladder at the top of the moral echelons of society. I think I have very good principles, but I've always maintained that we cannot, in the Caribbean, be so virtuous. Wellage comes in, bowls to Motie, and he hit this high in the air. The fielder coming around, but it made no difference. It gone over the boundary for 6. Lovely shot there by Gudakesh Motie. 97 for 5 after 14.3 overs. So we may remain virtuous and promote our morality while Rome burned. While when we go to these countries, they rub us blind. Bowl again to Gudakesh Motie, swung this away over deep mid-wicket for 6 more. Wellage has been taken to the cleaners by his fellow left-arm orthodox spinner. 103 for 5 West Indies after 14.4 overs. 4-6-6 by Gudakesh Motie. I rest my case. 103 for 5. Motie is batting well here. Let's see, Seckers, as well alleged, comes up now over the wicket, bowls to Motie again, and it pulls again high into the night sky over deep mid wicket for 6 more. Lovely shot here by Gudakesh Motie. Oh, he's playing a blinder. Why is that match referee going to Darren Sammy? Get the hell out of here. Is he the match referee coming to look at Darren Sammy? Why is he there? Is that the match referee? Go away, boy. Take your hell away from here. Is the umpire you need to talk to. Go away. Why you need to go and talk to Darren Sammy? I hope it is not the match referee. Go away. Well edge, balls to Motie, pitched up, driven, down to long on for a single. The score goes up now to 1. They will come back for 2, clearly, as Asaranga has to move a long way. The score goes up to 111 for 5. Why is the match referee, if he is, needs to talk to Darren Sammy? Why? Why he doesn't go to that television umpire? That thief in television umpire. Why he doesn't go to him? Why? Why is he going to Darren Sammy? This is the man that he should be going to, unless he had came to Darren Sammy to apologize. But the looks on Darren Sammy's face isn't one of cordiality. It is not. It is more one of contempt if you look at Darren Sammy's face. So I doubt very much that he was apologizing. Go away, man. Go away. Get the hell out of here. Damn thief in umpire. Damn thief. The team's struggling, and I don't even know the word that I'm looking for. The team's struggling, and you're thieving the boys, the men. Who are you? Go away. Go away. Romel, as Asaranga comes in, bowls to Powell, and he hit this in the gap between extra cover and long off for 4 more. 119 for 5 now. Powell is on 23. Gudakesh Motie is on 32. What a knock. What a knock from Gudakesh Motie in particular. I don't understand how a man can be paid to do that. Sri Lanka that desperate to win, sir? Oh, man. Yes, Gerard Meady wasn't out. Gerard Meady saying Hope wasn't out. The ball hit the ground clearly. Blessing to you, Oran Hernandez. Asaranga bowls to Powell, who go deep in his crease, turn it to short, fine leg for a single. 116 for 5 after 15.2 overs. Powell is on 24. Gudakesh Motie is on 32. Absolutely. Naya TV saying the West Indies umpires need to learn. Asaranga comes in, bowls to Gudakesh Motie, swung at that one, and the keeper is saying he's out stump. I don't understand. They should run a single. I'm disappointed. Motie swung at it. His foot was clearly in the crease. And the keeper broke the stump and then threw away the ball. They should go through for a single. That's what they should have done. So we are going to watch the replay. You know it's out though. Roy Plummer. Gudakesh Motie have just done a Roy Plummer in his name. He's out stump, you know. So he pulled and didn't push back his foot. He was out. Roy Plummer. If you know, you know. You know, let me say it in case you don't know. When I was coaching high school cricket back in the late 90s, I have this guy who used to play. He used to bowl right arm leg spin. And we were playing against Stets at the time, and Nikita Miller was bowling. And Roy Plummer chose to bat the left arm spinner out of his crease. I've never seen a man batting a spinner out of his crease. You know, so never seen that happen. And so that dismissal of Gudakesh Motie just remind me of him, you know. Bonnie Belfon is saying, good day, everyone. Thank you very much for the commentary. Also, the information on the thieving umpire. You're welcome, Bonnie Belfon, who is watching us from the United States. Yes. Our friend from, I think, Mayanka Tapilia, is he from India or Nepal? I think he's from Nepal. Hello, sir. I watch videos of Joel Garner bowling, an optimum of true professional bowler after taking wickets. No overreacting, no crazy celebration. A true cricketer. Yes, it was absolutely the norm for Garner to take wickets. 116 for 6 as Saranga bowls to Fletcher to Shepherd, who played it down behind square for a single. It's now 117 for 6 in over number 16. A good looking innings here from Shepherd can carry us up above 116 and we'll be in the thing. Patrick Lambert, good morning, man. Welcome. West Indies are in trouble. The boundaries are hard to come and there's not enough rotations. Yes, as Powell cuts that away down to backward point. Anthony Sunish is saying, good morning, sir. I'm glad that you are on, and it seems like your presence is helping to stem the flow of wickets. We are now getting some runs as Powell played that down to long on for a single. Anthony Sunish, you're welcome, man. Thank you. I hope it is so. Yeah, it's 1 wicket fell since I came on. That's true. Yeah, 1 wicket fell since I came on. Yeah. Anthony Sunish, nice one there. Nice one there. It's a good thing Andre is not here, Anthony, right? Bangladesh and Sri Lanka always the same desperate do the bags. Shake my head, said Jay. Gerard Mead is saying that Alzari should have been sent in before Motie to attack the spinners. Gerard Mead, you sure you want to say that? It's 32 from 15 deliveries. That's a good knock anytime. Good morning, Nelson. How are you? Good to have you here. Patty Rana is going to come into the attack now. Good morning, Mr. Forum. It is clear to see our batsmen can't cope with spin regardless of the competition, of the condition. Yes. So Patty Rana is coming into the attack. Motie was on fire. Yes, definitely. This is why you are the best. Your passion, no one else, no one does it better. Thank you, legendary Gerard Mead. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very, very much, Gerard Mead. I appreciate that very much. Patirana bowls to the right-handed Powell, who plays this to the man at extra cover at the edge of the circle. They got a single. It's now 119 for 6 after 16.1 overs. Powell is on 28 from 16 deliveries. Shepherd 1 from 1. He comes in to strike. So very interesting. Niall Alexander is saying, Sammy should deal with them. This is one of those times. Patirana bowls to Shepherd, who hit it down to long on a full toss. They get another single. The score moves up to 120 for 6 now after 16.2 overs. Sammy should deal with them. This is one of those times you need to be like Pollard or Niall Alexander there putting forward this point. Salim Khan said, I asked for 140, but we'll get 177 the way things going. Let's watch Patirana. He's over the wicket, bowls to Powell, and Powell drive in to the man at the edge of the circle. And they got another single. It's now 121 for 6. Shepherd need to watch out for this bouncer now from Patirana. YXL Tosa said he needs to know what the match referee was telling our head coach. 121 for 6. Over the wicket come Patirana down the leg side to Shepherd. That looked to take him on the toe. Nonetheless, they will go through for a run. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. Leg by signal 122 now for 6 after 16.4 overs. YXL need to know what the match referee was telling our head coach. Yes, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. I I would hope that he was apologizing, but I didn't get that. I never got that from Sammy body language. Patirana bowls to Powell, a Yorker firing, beaten, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Wonderful delivery there by Patirana. Look at that Yorker. It just coming back in all the time. The Powell, although trying to access the delivery, giving himself room, trying to get back on it, and it came back between pad and wicket through to the wicket keeper, and there is no run. 122 for 6 after 16.5 overs. So it comes in now, bowls to Powell, full toss, driven, down to long on, wide of the fielder, who moves around. That is Asaranga, and they will get a singer, is it? Yes, so they'll get a singer. It's 123 for 6 after 17 overs. Powell is on 28 from 21, and Shepherd is on 2 from 3. How many they got there just now? A singer. So Powell will keep the strike. No doubt Powell will keep the strike. So West Indies 123. Arvil Mundy is asking, why Motie bat before Fabian Allen? I think I saw a similar comment from the legend Gerard Mead asking why Motie bat before Alzari Joseph, and now Arvil Mundy is asking why Motie bat before Fabian Allen. This is why, gentlemen, I always said support the player. A batsman can't come to the crease and made 35 or 32 from 15 deliveries, and we are questioning that decision from the coach. We should applaud the decision from the coach, not because it wasn't our favorite player. Asalanga bowls to Powell, who pull on the bounce to long on for a singer. The score goes up to 124 for 6. Whosoever made that decision for Motie to bat at number 7 should be applauded. And that's why I keep on saying, do not analyze names, analyze performances. Performances. 32 from 15 deliveries? No, man. No, man. Asaranga to Shepherd, look to sweep, taken on the pad, and it goes down the inside of the pitch. The keeper comes from behind the stump field and sends the return to the bowler. Arvil, man. No, man. Come on, Arvil. I think you and Gerard missed the boat on this time. Miss it. A legend. You know, Gerard is a legend, and you're always here, Arvil. And Shepherd swung this away. Let's see. Over the rope for 6 more. 130 now for 6. As Asaranga just tossed up that one into the arc of Shepherd, and it was swung away over long on for 6. And West Indies now 130 for 6. Good shot there by Romario Shepherd. You know, we have something to work with, you know. We definitely have something to work with here. So, yes. Shepherd wait as Asaranga comes into him, and he hit this over the top, over cover, down towards the extra cover boundary. Work for the fielder coming around. He scoop it back into the fielder, moving to his left from long off, and they go through for 2, 132 for 6 after 17.2 overs. Shepherd is on 10 from 6. Powell is on 29 from 22. So let's watch now. I'm going to come to your comment very shortly. It was a safe. Asalanga bowls to Shepherd. He goes deep in his crease, played it away, down backward of square leg for another forward of square, for another singer as he moves up to 11 from 7 deliveries. 133 for 6 after 17.5 overs. Powell is on 29 from 22. Asaranga, this is the final delivery of his spell. 2 for 22 from 3.5 overs. He comes in now. Over the wicket, bowls to Powell, short, and he pulls this on the bounce into the gap. Work for the fielder. He came around from deep mid-wicket, sends the return in. The batsmen are back for 2. The score moves up to 135 for 6 at the end of 18 overs. Shepherd on 11. Powell is on 31. Asaranga 2 for 24 from his 4 overs. West Indies 135 for 6. 2 overs to go. Can we get another 22, 25, 30 and push this up to 165? Can we get 165? I thought I saw somebody said 177 Salim Khan, but I don't think we'll get there. We have had a spin weakness for so long, and I'm surprised more players don't train to make spin their strength. Well, my answer to that, the champion, is I'll say this. Cricket West Indies claim that it is too expensive to fly Carl Hooper from Australia to coach the West Indies batsmen. I maintain that while Carl Hooper was the assistant coach, the batting coach of the West Indies team, I saw markable improvement in the batting techniques of the West Indies batsmen. Brandon King is one such batsman who have benefited tremendously from Carl Hooper while he was assistant coach of the West Indies. And I would suggest to Cricket West Indies, wherever you're to find the money from, fire some of that top-heavy administration. Patirana bowls to Shepherd, who swings and misses, it goes through to the keeper and there is no run. So that top-heavy administration that you have where there's a duplicity of roles, fire some of those. Get rid of those. Trim the organization. Trim your recurring expense and get back Carl Hooper to coach our batsmen to play spin. That is one advice that I would give Cricket West Indies right now. Coretta Singh is saying, good morning, Mr. Brown and everyone listening, enjoying the commentary. Thank you, Coretta Singh. Patirana bowls to Shepherd, who looks to play this away. Comes off the pad, down to fine leg for a singer, for a leg by 136 for 4. Powell is on 31, comes back into strike. Shepherd is on 11 from 8. Thank you very much, Coretta Singh. The champion says his ability to play spin is what brought him up the order. But the point is, the champion, whether or not, if you are analyzing performances, a man cannot make 32 from 15 deliveries. Patirana bowls to Powell. It's high in the air. It gone really high. Let's see what happened. 6 runs. It went really high. Powell moves up to 37. West Indies 142 for 6 with 9 deliveries to come in their innings. So that's why I always analyze performance in a champion. I always told you guys, support who is playing. Support what the coach doing, even if it's not your favorite player. Sorry about that. So Gerard Miller said, why I said that Alzari should have been sent in is because he's capable of throwing bowlers off their comfort zone. I am not implying that he was better than Motie, but we can sacrifice a player. Thank you, Gerard Mead. Greetings, my brother. The spin is overwhelming our batters. Gerard is saying either Shamar or Azari could have done the job. Patirana bowls to that's Powell, who blocked it down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. Tony is saying 180, let's go. That will not happen, Tony. That will not happen. Tony is saying that I agree. Fire them. Patrick Lambert is saying, just to add to your point, it is performances and what requires at the time. Yes, it was performances. There's no way, I down the leg side, off the pad, down to fine leg, 4 leg by 146 for 6. Wide signal, that's even better. So it's 147 for 6. I thought it came off the pad, but it was a swing of Patiron as that slinging action that he has as it swung away down the leg side, went for 4. And so it was wide signal by the umpire. So 5 wide, 147. Can we get 20 of 8 deliveries and Salim Khan would be right like a... Well, no, we need 20 of 8 deliveries. Not going to happen. Let's watch now as Patirana comes in, bowls to Powell, and taken on the pad. This is very close. Did he get an inside edge? That was very close to me. If he never got an inside edge, well, they are not appealing it. So he probably got an inside edge. Let's look at it. Yeah, big inside edge onto the pad. That looked very straight. Yes, Patrick Lambert. I'm going to watch this delivery from Patirana. Powell is on 37. Patirana, there's a big crowd at the match. Over the wicket, balls to Powell, whipped away, high in the air. Let's see, it's high, very high, gone, no, caught on the boundary. On the boundary rope, it went very high, and Asaranga took a good catch. Powell goes for 37 from 26 deliveries. Good knock by the West Indies captain. Very, very good knock. 37 crucial runs as he gone now, caught by Asaranga off the bowling of Patirana for 37 from 26 deliveries. Ravman Powell, 1 4 and 3 6s in his innings. Well played. West Indies 147 for 6 at the end of over number 19. And back to your point, Patrick Lambert, is that, you know, and there is no way around it. It is performances that count. It is not if, it is not shoulda, it is not woulda. 32 from 15 deliveries by Gudakesh Motie means that the coach or the leadership made the right decision to send him in at that time. It's not who I would like, it's not who you would like to see come at that time. The fact is that Gudakesh Motie, 32 from 15 deliveries, must be applauded instead of us saying that others should have come when he came. What we should do is applaud Gudakesh Motie innings. Support the performance, not your favorite player. And I rest my case on that. Gerard Mead is saying there are others who can coach like Hooper. There may well be Gerard Mead, but from what I have seen, Hooper is the best. Hooper would have made the biggest impact on our batsmen for the short time he was there. And I'd be foolish to think that no one else can coach like Hooper, the batting. But from what I have seen. So Tosara comes in now, bowls to Fabian Allen, who pulled this away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. So that was short, and he pulled it away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. Lovely shot there by Fabian Allen. As he just rocked back on his back foot and pulled it away down to the boundary for 4. So it with Jamor Small, good morning to you, sir. I think 150 will be our target. Gilbert Sam, 152 for 7. I think we have a defendable score here, you know. These 4 deliveries are going to be very crucial. Tusara comes in down the leg side to Allen, wide signal, 152, 153 now for 7. The keeper dived across and got it. Wow. Yes, what a catch. What a catch. What a catch. It was a good catch, man, to get rid of Ravman Powell. It went high in the air. So did they go through? They went through for 1 more, so it's 154 for 7. Good running, guys. Good running. I was paying attention to the comment. Let's watch the replay. And so he throw back, the ball hit the stump, and they go through. Well done, Shepherd. Well done. Yes, man. I love that. That's why. To Sarah, bowls to Shepherd, Yorker, whipped it away, down back with a square leg, work for the fielder, into the boundary for 4. Lovely shot there by Shepherd, 158 for 7. I think West Indies have a good total here now, you know. I think this is a competitive total. I don't think it's a It's a big total, but I think it's what you call a middling total. Maybe it's not quite par. Maybe par is about 170, 175. But I think this is a middling total, something that we can work with. Good recovery from the boys. Let's watch Tussara. He comes in over the wicket, bowls to Shepherd, who swings a sign in the air. Oh, it gone nowhere, but they're going to drop into no man's land. Well done. They come back for 2, should they? Must. 160 for 7. Good running, boys. Good runnings. I'm watching the match with a blind, and he said Hope wasn't out. You're such a legend, Gerard Mead. Absolute legend. Legend, Ash. Legend. Absolute legend. Gilbert, someone 6 sixes in this last over. Let's see if we can get 2 6 off these last 2 deliveries. Tussara comes in, bowls to Shepherd, is bowled. Looking to swing to the hills and lost his thumb. Shepherd swinging across the line. 18 from 12 deliveries. Bowled by Tussara. 1 delivery to come. Understandable. He has to swing for the hill. Gilbert Sam, I wish we had that 6-6. Jamor Small is saying, good to see Fabian Allen in the team. Okay. Come on, 160. We should get 160. Yes, man. We're 160 for 8. 160 for 8. So let's see if we can get 166. Richard Sadiq is saying, good morning. Michael Douglas is saying, at least Rovman avoid getting out to spin in the last 2 matches. Patirana got him twice when he was on the go. Yes. Sammy St. Ellen is saying that you correct 100%. Thank you, Sammy St. Ellen. Although I do not really know exactly what you're referring to, but thank you very much. I appreciate your kind sentiments. I appreciate your support, Sammy St. Ellen. Thank you very much. Randy Williams is saying, good morning, Mr. Brown. What was the incident that caused the match referee to speak with the head coach? Well, it was Asaranga, I think, after this delivery, I'll say it. Tusana comes in, bowls to Alzari Joseph, played this away into the onside. They will come back for 2. It goes down to the man on the deep mid-wicket boundary. They are looking to come back for 3. No, the keeper stopped it, and so 2 more, 162 for 8. They will need 163 to win. I think that if there's no Drew, West Indies have a very, very good chance. So 162 for 8. Let me run through the batting card, and then I come to Randy Williams, and then I just not necessarily how they got out. Brandon King bowled Tick Shauna for 23. Second time he's getting him in 2 matches now. And so in the past, Brandon King usually, he had taken Tick Shauna to the cleaners on many occasions. So it's good to see Tick Shauna probably getting back some revenge here. I hope, although as a West Indies fan, you don't want that. So Tick Shauna bowled Brandon King for 23. Elvin Lewis was bowled by Tick Shauna for 0. Shea Hope was thiefed out after bowling of Asaranga for 18. Raston Chase was bowled and caught by Mendes, the Kamundo Mendes for 8. Sheffren Rutherford was bowled by Asalanka for 6. Rovman Powell caught Raja Pasca, bowled Patirana 37 from 27 deliveries, 1 4 and 3 sixes. Budakesh Motie 32 from 15 deliveries, 1 4 and 3 sixes. I want to say that again because persons are saying that he should not have come and bat at the time that he did. 32 from 15 deliveries, 1 4 and 3 sixes. Romario Shepherd bowled to Shara 18 from 13 deliveries. Fabian Allen not out 4 from 1 deliveries, and Alzari Joseph not out 2 from 1 delivery. So Alzari Joseph went at a strike rate of 200, and Budakesh Motie went at 213 over 15 deliveries. All right, so and just give you the Sri Lankan. No, I am okay. Let's now go to. So Randy Williams, Shea O push forward to a delivery from a saranga. The ball took the edge, came off the pad, and go to first slip, which the fielder took it up off the bounce, claimed the catch. It was clearly, even with the natural eye, you saw that it dropped. But this thieving umpire from Sri Lanka gave Hope out. This man here is a television umpire. His name is Ravindra Wimalasari. Willama Siri. Ravindra Wimalasiri. Born on the 19th of August, 1969. He was responsible for thieving Shea Hope out. I'm saying these umpires should not be allowed to set foot in the West Indies unless they are reporting to the police to be charged. No other way should he set foot in the West Indies. You know, from time to, well, he's not a part of the ICC elite panel, so he will not make it to the West Indies. He's a part of the international panel. And after that decision today, I am sure he will never make it to the elite panel. So very, very, very poor umpiring. I definitely think so. I definitely think we can defend this, Thank you, Sammy St. Ellen. Yes, indeed. Gerard Mead is saying that if you check Powell's dismissal, you will see that the catcher's feet touched the rope while the ball was still in his hand. Very interesting. Very interesting, Gerard Mead. We need to look back. We definitely need to look back at that. Powell looks the most comfortable against spin this series. Why are all our batsmen so far back in their crease against spin? Only Powell and Motie play the spin properly. Thank you for expressing your observation, Mr. Casanova. We always welcome different viewpoints and different observations we put forward. Jason, all the man date of birth you got, dead with laugh. Thanks for the update. You're welcome, Randy Williams. Now just take a break until the start of the Sri Lankan innings as I leave this man on the screen, this honest man on the screen. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the West Indies versus Sri Lanka third and final T20, with both teams having won one each. This is the decider. West Indies made 162 of their 20 overs. So 162 of their 20 overs. I saw someone say, I think there's a quote here that someone actually said that it was the same score. It was the same score that West Indies, that Sri Lanka made in the second T20 International. And so, I think it flashes across the screen while they during the break. So Nissanka, who I think was very lucky in that second T20, he again will open the batting for the Sri Lankan. I think that he was very, very lucky as most of the time there. He made a half century, but a lot of top edge just did not go to fielders. It looks like Fabian Allen will start the bowling for the West Indies here in this match. It appears so. So very interesting move here by the West Indies management to have Fabian Allen starting the bowling attack. So when West Indies batted, 37 from Rovman Powell from 27 deliveries and 32 from Budakesh Motie from 15 deliveries were our two leading batsmen. Incidentally, both of them hit 1-4 and 3 sixes. So Powell hit 1-4 and 3 sixes, and Budakesh Motie hit 1-4 and 3 sixes also. Brandon Webb is asking, what channel are you watching the match on? I'm watching it on Rush Sport. So Rush Sport, that's where I'm watching it. Is it Rush or is it Sportsmax? I think it is. It's Rush Sport, I think. So Alan to start. I'm just double checking here if it is Rush. Yes, it is Rush Sport. I'm watching it on Rush Sports. That's where I am watching it. I'm also being told that it is being shown on 10 Sports in the USA and in Canada. Jamor Small is saying Malinga has a strong bowling influence on Sri Lankan team. Yes, Allen comes in, bowls to Nissanka, who played it to the man at the edge of the circle. That's Budakesh Motie, who made a fine 32 from 15 deliveries. Good knock. Allen just spinning the ball in his left hand, trying to get some purchase. He comes in, bowls to Nissanka, edge pass, Powell at first slip. He's going to run very close to the third man boundary. Alzari Joseph gave up the chase. It goes into the boundary for 4. So Nissanka came on the front foot, and that one edge past him and goes down to the third man boundary, past Rovman Powell at first slip, and goes down to the third man boundary for 4. Some would say it could probably have been a little wider, but I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. It does happen. Gerard Mead is saying, I would have started with pace because Sri Lanka are good spin players. All right, thank you very much, Gerard Mead. I always love. After back foot cut, misses through to the keeper, and there is no run. 4 without loss after 3 deliveries. And Bonnie Brewster, welcome, man. Am I right to say Bonnie Brewster? I think it's not the first time. Allen bowls to the Nissanka reverse sweep, and it will goes away 1, 2, 3 bunks into the boundary, down backward point for 4. So there was Nissanka reverse sweeping, and that one come off the top edge. It went high in the air, down to the backward point boundary for 4. We saw in the West Indies innings, Brandon King reverse swept 3 consecutive occasions, and on all 3 occasions, he missed the delivery. So, but Nissanka there, not missing this time. It's going to be very interesting. Allen bowls to Nissanka, hit this high in the air. Oh, over Powell head, dropped. He moved back, but he just couldn't turn. He just couldn't get his balance. Unfortunate. And it dropped and going to the boundary for 4. And once again, Nissanka is lucky. I told you that in the second match he was lucky. And once again, his luck is with him. So there he was, sweeping, high hedge. Powell had to locate the ball. Once he located it, he stretched out, but he just couldn't get a hand to it. It was always going to be a difficult. It was always going to be difficulty because you're at first slip and the batsman swept top edge. You have to locate the drop zone of the ball. That's the first thing you have to do. Locate the drop zone of the ball. Off the back foot, Nissanka beat the man at cover, but backed up by Gulakesh Motie. There's no run, 12 without loss after 1 overs. And you know, two of those deliveries that went for 4, and another time could have easily gone to the fielder at first slip and then would have gotten a wicket. But as I said, he was lucky in the second match. And again, it appears that he's been lucky again tonight. But just explaining, you know, when the ball is in the air, no matter where you're on the outfield, you have to identify the drop zone of the ball. And once you identify the drop zone of the ball, then you get into that drop zone. Now, it was always going to be difficult for the first slip fielder to turn and identify the drop zone and get into position. He did, but he was just a little bit slow. Maybe he turned, if he could have turned like a car, he probably turned there like a SUV and never had the dexterity of a car. As Shamar Joseph bowls to Mendes, that's Kusal Mendes, the wicket keeper, and he played it down to third man for a single. So probably, you know, he probably turned like a SUV. If he could turn probably like a bike, but he didn't pivot fast enough or turn fast enough. But it was always going to be a difficult catch. You can always see that he's struggling there, and it's a big effort, you know. But the only thing, though, if he could, as I said, if he could have turned like a bike instead of a SUV, he probably would have got it. Romel Watkins is saying, I think spin Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Nissanka outside the half stump. There's a little shape on that delivery as it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. And so, you know, as I said, I always like the different opinions. That's what makes this show so dynamic. This is what makes this community. Because while Gerard may think that he will go at pace, Romel Watkins think that spin is the right thing. Joseph bowls to Nissanka, who pulls it out of the ground for 6. So there was Joseph short, and Nissanka pouncing on it. It came right out of the screw, and it sailed away over deep, backward square leg for 6, 19 without loss. So it was short by Joseph, and Nissanka pulls it. Jason, why are they always so desperate and dishonest in Sri Lanka and Bangladesh? Shake my head. They must be sanctioned. Joseph, over the wicket, bowls to Nissanka down the pitch. Swing, misses through to the keeper. There is no run. The score remains at 19 without loss after 1.4 overs. Romel said, I think it's the natural mindset. Win at all costs. You know, Romel Watkins, I am one of those persons who believe that winning is the only thing, you know. Winning is the only thing. I am one of those persons who believe so. You know. Joseph bowls to the Sanko, play this away in the air, over wide, long on, mid on, down to the boundary for 4. So that was just wide of the fielder. And once again, they are packed into the trees. They are skillful. It was in the air again and just out of the reach of the mid-on. Easily. Nissanka once again could have been dismissed on 3 occasions. Nonetheless, Sri Lanka are 23 without loss, and he is on 22. So he's riding his luck here again, having a charm life. Joseph, over the wicket, bowls to Nissanka, who pulls, better shot, down to the boundary for 4. Also short, and it was pulled away. Oh, they're giving chase. No, yes, it's down to the boundary for 4. The fielder was giving chase, but he was never going to get there. And it goes into the boundary for 4. Nissanka moves up to 26. Sri Lanka, 27 without loss after 2 overs. 27 without loss after 2 overs. Sweetbread is saying, good day. Why are we so collectively failing against spin? That is scary. Do we have the spin to retaliate? Let's see. That's very interesting. I don't think our spin bowlers are as good as theirs. And we are not off to a particularly good start here. You know, in that over, Joseph could have gotten a wicket on another day. The ball went to the left of mid-on and went for 4. There were 2, and in Fabian Allen over, there were 2 balls that edged, and it was just out of the reach of slip on board occasion. You know, so it's very... Cheyenne is saying that's poor bowling. Yes. Yeah, those 2 short ball from Joseph, you don't want him to be bowling that length at this time. The one that went over mid-on down to the boundary for 4 was a better delivery, and you would hope that he'll stay in that era. So Fabian Allen now is going to continue. He bowls to Kusal Mendes, who drives through the covers, down to the man, wide of the man on the cover boundary for 4. So it was pitched up by Fabian Allen, and Sri Lanka at this stage are rollicking along. And you look at this and you ask, who is it now that is going to stem this run flow? And my bet is that, thinking about it, I would bring in Budakesh Motie and Shamar Joseph to bowl. Probably give Joseph another over. Alzari. Allen bowls to Kusal in the air, over the top again, wide of... No, this time Shepherd came around. For a moment, I was going to say wide of Shepherd, but he came around this time. He's 32 without loss after 2.2 overs. Nissanka on 26, Mendes on 6. Fabian Allen, none for 17 from his 1.2 overs. Nissanka now, let's see what he will do. Allen, round the wicket, bowls to Nissanka, short, pulled away, down back with a square leg. The man comes around to his left. That's Evan Lewis, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. The score continues to flow from the Sri Lankan batsman bat. So I'd want to see Joseph bowl another over to the Nissanka. And then I would go for Motie and Shamar to finish the power play. So one more to Alzari, and then Motie and Shamar to finish the power play. Allen bowls short, pull high in the air. Well, all the way, has it gone all the way? 1 bounce for 4. Bad over this by Fabian Allen. He never had the consistency that he had in his first over. Although that over went for 12. 2 of those 4s were definitely fortuitous. But on this occasion, he's now gone in short into the pitch. The Sri Lankan batsmen are going deep in their crease, and they are rollicking along. And again, as this pitch flattened out and is now playing better, or is it that the Sri Lankan spinners are just better than us? Definitely that one turned sharply by Fabian Allen. So I think it's the latter. The Sri Lankan spinners, they are just better than our spinners, and our batsmen are not good at playing spin. And I have been saying it, you know. I have been saying it. Bowls short, cut away to the man at the edge of the circle, Budakesh Motie, who I think should bowl the next over from this end. So let's see if they will continue with Alzari Joseph. Mr. Kanoson over is saying that young fast bowler Sri Lanka has bowling looks so suspicious, like he's throwing. I'll take notice in the ODI. I wasn't taking notice, but I'll take notice in the ODI. But there's something very that I need to look back at that Gerard Mead said that Powell the fielder was actually touching the boundary when he took the catch to dismiss Powell. Therefore, it should have been 6. Wow, game on. Luck is the order of the game. So Budakesh Motie is coming into the attack right now. So Ravman Paul decided that enough of Alzari Joseph. Saying that better effort. Jay think that there's a better effort to have saved the boundary. I think that is the one that Motie chased down to long on. He's talking off the bowling of Alzari Joseph. As Motie bowled tight to Kusal Mendes, who played it down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. Motie bowls to Mendes, and Mendes off the back foot forces it down to the man at that wide long off era for a single. The score will now moves up now to 39 without loss. Who's that on that long wide long off boundary? Is it Elvin Lewis? It could be, no? Wilson Mans is thinking that Motie field that as if he was afraid of the ball. Motie bowls down the leg side, looks to sweep is the Sanka. White signal 40 without loss after 3.2 overs. And Gideon John is saying they are going at 13.9 runs per over. Motie bowls to Nisanka, who play this away into the covers. Bad bit of feeling there by the fielder at cover, who just didn't time the bounce, and it goes away to the fielder down on the cover boundary. That's Elvin Lewis, who's generally a good fielder, but he just probably just mistimed that one, and he got his body in the wrong position. His body was all over the place. Look at it again. His body was, his body just was in the wrong position. He probably caught in two minds. Motie bowls to Nisanka, who cuts, beat backward point, and this is going to run very close to the boundary. The fielder giving chase, but he can't get there. 4 more runs. So the Sri Lankan are really going at it now. 46 without loss. Come on, West Indies. Come on, man. We need some wickets. Shamar Joseph. It's time to try Shamar Joseph. Jamur Smalls believe that Sri Lanka tactics is take on the power play. We need to slow them down. Yes, we definitely need to. 46 without loss. Motie bowls to Nisanka. Better delivery, which he plays back down the pitch, and there is no run. So more of that. We need to build some pressure here. As Jamur Small said, we need to slow them down. 46 without loss. Motie round the wicket, bowls to Nisanka on the front foot, played it down the offside of the pitch. Back to the bowler, and there is no run. The score is 46 without loss. I definitely think that we have to try Shamar Joseph right now. And I just hope that Shamar, it's going to be very interesting. I think that they will try to use their feet to Shamar Joseph, but I hope he doesn't allow that to put him off. He needs to bowl, hit the pitch, hit the deck very hard. And although I think they're going to use their feet to him, I really think that he needs to hold his nerve, hit the pitch very hard, and take it from there. In any cricket match, when someone is unsung, like how Motie performed with the bat, I would have opened the bowling with him. Cricket is all about momentum. Anthony Sonish, no problem with that point. I share that view. I think even in the CPL, I put forward that position. Joseph bowls to short to Mendes, who swung it out of the ground for 6. It's the exact same thing that I was saying. Do not bowl short. And the very first delivery from Shamar Joseph was short, slow to. It was only 130 kilometers per hour. And it was swung away out of the ground for 6. The Sri Lanka 150 comes up. So that was short by Shamar Joseph. And it's pulled away for 6 runs. So 52 without loss is Sri Lanka. Joseph bowls to Nisankar Mendes, who played it down to the wide of mid-on. They go through for a single. That was much quicker. It was to Mendes. It was 137, almost 138. So that was much quicker. So I think now Nisanka is going to use his feet, and Shamar Joseph needs to stick to his gun, hit the pitch hard, bowl at 144. He needs to go at 144 here, 90 miles per hour. Need to aim for that. Let's watch. Joseph bowled to Nisanka short. He's off the back foot, steered down to third man for a single. The score moves up to 53 without loss after 4.3 overs. A treat is coming soon as a token of appreciation for your outstanding contributions. Thank you very much, Gerard Mead. I always appreciate it. You are always supporting the channel and always in a financial way too. So I appreciate it very much, Gerard Mead. And it shows your maturity. Over the wickets comes Shamar Joseph. Bowl swung away high in the air, 6 more. Poor bowling, Jason. Poor bowling. Poor bowling. Absolutely poor bowling. Yes, and we don't always agree. We have difference of opinions all the time. But you know that it's a difference of opinion, and you still has the maturity to know and to support the channel financially. And we always appreciate your support. The legendary Gerard Mead, and long may your support continue. We appreciate it every time. Joseph to Mendes after back foot, cracks away, diving stop by the field that cover. Is that Evan Lewis making a mend? So that was off the back foot and he cracks it. It was Brandon King diving to his left. Brilliant stop there by Brandon King. The score remains at 53. Well done, Brandon King. And then the fielder came in and shy at the stump. Why? What if it had gone for 4 overthrow? 60 without loss. Final delivery of over number 5. Joseph bowled to Mendes. Popped it high in the air. Unlucky. As it dropped in no man's land. Wow, unlucky there. And this is how the luck is just going with the Sri Lanka. So they are going at 12 runs and over. 5 12s is 60. Nisanka on 39. Mendes is on 20 from 10. Nisanka on 39 from 20. The West Indies bowlers are really not bowling well at this stage. They are not bowling well, as Fabian Allen, 2 overs for 23 runs. That's 11.5 runs per over. Alzarri Joseph, 1 over went for 15. Shamar Joseph, 1 over went for 14. And 8 runs came off Gudakesh Motie, 1 over. So here's it now. Oran Hernandez, fabulous job, bro. Thank you. Motie, round the wicket, bowls to the Nisanka off the back foot, force it down to extra cover, and there is no run. The score remains at 60 without loss. Christopher Bristol, the king is in the building. Mr. Brown, how you doing, Christopher? Welcome. Motie bowls to the Nisanka. Bowled! Right through the gate. Get off. What you talking about? Get off, your out ball. Come off the damn field. What you there muttering about? Get off, boy. You're lucky. Lucky just swinging your bat and getting top edges and going all over the place. I know you're out bold. You have something to say. Get off the damn field. Come off. Who you think you are? Floyd Melody is saying our bowlers need to be on a sound. It's mediocre bowling. I don't quite understand that word. Our bowlers need to be on song. Oh, I think I said our bowlers need to be on song. It's mediocre bowling. Yes, it has been. And so Patrick Lambert is saying, we are giving away too many boundaries at that pace. Sri Lanka might win so we are giving away too many boundaries at that pace. Sri Lanka might win with more than 3 overs to spare. Yes, bowl him. Mikel said bowl him. Yes, Mikel. Big wicket. Yes, man. Big wicket. Big wicket. 60 for 1. Lovely delivery by Gudakesh Motie. It came back in with the arm. He's bowled. And then he has something to say instead of coming off the field. Get off. Get off. So let's watch this now as Pereira drives back to Motie, who could not stop it, and they go for a single. It's now 61 for 1 after 5.3 overs. 61 for 1 after 5.3 overs. Lovely delivery there by Gudakesh Motie, getting the wicket there. Has he hurt his finger? He's down. He's looking at his finger. It's his left hand. It is bowling hand. The physio is coming out. The physio is taking so long to reach. You know, he's taking so long. Why is he taking so long? Finally. He's just striding out instead of going at a full sprint. Look at him. Why is it that he's taking so long to reach? He's not sprinting, he's just striding out, you know. It's more than a stroll. He's just pacing. You know, when a racehorse is pacing, or when a 400-meter runner in his training, and he's going down the back stretch, and the coach is trying to develop the pace for him to keep in his momentum, so he's not really running hard. That's what the physio was doing just now. Instead of sprinting out onto the field, he was pacing. What's wrong with these guys? The man have a knock on his hand. And instead of sprinting, you're pacing yourself. Get on with the job, young man. Get on with the job. Sure. So it looks to be okay. They strapped in. He probably got a painkiller or something. 161 for 1 after 5.3 overs. He's definitely in a little bit of discomfort here. Gudakesh Motie, 1 for 9 from his 1.3 overs. That's Kusal Mendes. So he's just testing out that arm to make sure that Motie always, a lot of time, Motie plays in pain. So there's a slip, backward point cover, and the extra cover long off. A mid-wicket, a square leg, and a short fine leg. Motie comes in, bowls to Mendes, who swung this away, down back with a square leg for 4. So clearly that injury affecting that delivery. Nonetheless, it was down the leg side, and the batsman just padded it down back with a square leg for 4 more. So 4 more to the Sri Lankans. They are now 65 for 1. 65 for 1. Shamar Joseph couldn't get there. 65 for 1. Mendes seconds. As Motie comes in, bowls to him, dab this to the man at backward point. There is no run. The score remains at 65 for 1. So there's as I said, there's a slip, there's a backward point, there's a cover, extra cover, a long off. As Motie comes in now, bowls to Mendes, who turned this off the pad, goes to short, fine leg, cannot prevent the single. The fielder didn't shy. Oh, it's signal wide. So it's 67 for 1 as Pereira comes in to strike, the left-handed Pereira. 67 for 1. 96 more needed by the Sri Lankans here. 67 for 1. 67 for 1, 5.5 overs have been bowled. Pereira, who's on 1 from 1 delivery. Mendes is on 24 from 12 deliveries. So let's look at the field. A short third man, a backward pointer cover, extra cover mid-off as he bowls to Mendes, turn this to the fielder at mid-wicket. So there's one fielder in front of the bat on the onside, and he played it to him. So 67 for 1 at the end of the power play. That's 11.165. So they are going at 11.165 at this stage. So it has came down from 13.9, as someone said earlier. Coretta Singh, Mr. Brown, you got me rolling with laughter. Well, I'm glad that I could let you laugh, Coretta. I always, when people make me laugh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it because laughter is always good. And the comments, there are a number of times that the comments in the comment section, just let me laugh, and I appreciate it, and so I'm glad that I could make you laugh. I am, it's something that I appreciate when others make me laugh. So I'm glad I could make you laugh. Shepherd bowls to Mendes, who played this the backward point, and there is no run. So Shepherd is on now. So let's see what will happen. Hope that we have a better spell here from Shepherd. Please remember to slash a like in the video and click on the subscribe button there now. We should now be looking to get up to 17,600. We may not get it today, but let's see. Let's see how close we can get. Shepherd bowls to Kusal Mendes, plays it to Rastan Chase at backward point, who came in shy at the stump. The Shamar Joseph came charging in off the boundary to prevent any overthrow, and it's 68 for 1. So it was played to Chase at backward point, and he was a bit slow in coming in. Shy misses the stump. Probably should have gone to the bowler's end, but Shepherd was not backing up. However, Shamar Joseph charging. So Pereira comes into strike now. Let's see. Pereira comes into strike. He's seconds. Round the wicket comes Shepherd, bowls to Pereira, cannot beat backward point, and there is no run. The score remains at 68 for 1. We have to do better than that with the subscribers. Only 10 new subscribers since we started today. We need to do better than that, man. Please subscribe. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. You have to click on the once. So let's watch Pereira. And 1 from 3. Shepherd is round the wicket to him. Round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, looks to turn that away, taken on the pad. This time Shepherd jogged back to the stump. The score moves up now to 69 for 1. Let's watch the signal from the umpire. Did he get any bat onto it? 69 for 1 is the score. Not a bad over being bowled here by Romario Shepherd. So let's watch now. Yes. I hope I doesn't put goat mouth on him. Just as I said, it's just not a bad over. 69 for 1. Shepherd over the wicket. Bowls to Mendes, and he locked this over the keeper head for 4. Just as I said, it's a good over. That one, the batsman just moving across, looking to play the Dilshan scoop, and it came off the gloves over Shea Hope head down to the boundary for 4. 73 for 1 now. Looking to play the Dilshan scoop off the gloves over Shea Hope head. I just think that Sri Lanka is just very lucky in this match. On another day, they would have been probably 67 for 5. Probably 33 for 5. They are just very lucky. Shepherd bowls to Kusal Mendes, turn this away, down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary. That's Shepherd who sends, not Shepherd, Rutherford, who sends the return in. They are 74 now for 1 after 7 overs. 7 runs from that over by Romario Shepherd. Not bad over, but it's just another unlucky day for the West Indies. Those lights are bright. Those lights are very, very bright. Dre saying, we need to look past Alzari as a T20 bowler. So, Jay there. Yeah, I think, Jay, that there will be mixed reaction to that because Alzarri Joseph, believe it or not, is our fastest bowler to 50 T20 international wickets. Is our fastest bowler. I believe it or not, and he has been expensive, but he has been a wicket taker. And I'm going to try to work out something. But he has been expensive, but he has been a wicket taker. As Chase comes into the attack, he comes in, he bowls to Pereira, who pulls down to mid wicket, straight to the fielder. They'll go through for 174 for 1. 75 now for 1. I'm almost certain that Alzarri Joseph has been the West Indies' fastest bowler to 50 T20 international wicket. I am as 75 for 1. So he comes in now. He's gonna chase round the wicket, bowls to Kusal Mendes, who played that into the onside for a singer. It goes down to Gudakesh Motie on the mid-wicket boundary. And it's now 76 for 1. So that's 76 for 1. 76 for 1 is the West Indies. Really need now to get some wickets and get those wickets in a hurry. Chase bowls to Mendes, who cuts it into the covers, goes to the fielder, and there is no runs. He's upset with himself for not beating the fielder, but then the deliverer came back in. So there's some turn here for the West Indies bowlers. Comes in, bowls down the leg side. The batsman look to sweep. The score taken on the pad there, 76 for 1. No signal from the umpire. So Chase just firing in that one there now. Just firing in that one. Chase bowls. Good work by Powell at short mid-wicket. As that was played away to the short mid-wicket, Powell dived across. Cannot prevent the singer though. But if it had passed him, it would have run very close to the boundary. So it's 77 for 1. So good work there by Rovman Powell. Pereira comes back into strike. Chase round the wicket. Bowls to Pereira, who taken on the pad, and they go through for a leg by. The score moves up to 78. So they are running for everything now. They are definitely running for everything. So will the West Indies review this? I don't think so. 77 for 1. No, they are not going to review it. Not going to review it. So 77 for 1 there now. It moves up to 78 for 1 at the end of over number 8. 78 for 1 at the end of over number 8. Pereira is on 4. Mendes is on 30. Mendes is on 32. The target is 163. 163 is the target. So West Indies will be looking to restrict the Sri Lankan for less than that, 22. They need 85 more to win as Gudakesh Motie comes back into the attack. Round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Pereira, looks to swing, taken on the pad, over shy at the stump, but he was off balance, and they will come back for the extra run. So taken on the pad, it ballooned out into the outside. Shea Oak moved from behind the stump, shy at the stump. He was off balance. He didn't aim. And because he was off balance, it went away, and they come back for the overthrow. So they came back for the overthrow, and so look, just not going West Indies way at this time. Just not going our way. 84 for 1 after 8.2 overs. Well, we're so unlucky today. And David Jackson is saying that West Indies needs a couple quick wicket to wrestle back the advantage. Motie bowls to Pereira, who swept this down to Raston Chase on the backward square leg boundary. They go through for another single. It's now 85 for 1 after 8.3 overs. So Patrick Lambert is saying the West Indies men 0-2 loss to Sri Lanka and the women will beat New Zealand. So after back foot play this away down to the field on the cover boundary, they gone for one, they come back for the second. Rutherford is slow to get to the ball. So Rutherford was clearly slow to get to the delivery, which allows the Sri Lankan to come back for 2. And so 87 for 1. And there's Shea was telling Rutherford to speed up, man, get it going. So Rutherford was... And Patrick Lambert, remember that we won the first match? Yes, we did win the first match. Won the first. Motie bowls to Mendes, who swept this away down to the field on the mid-wicket boundary for another single. And it's now 88 for 1. So the Sri Lankan just turning over the strike. Pereira is on 11. Mendes is on 35. Clark, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Final delivery of over 9. Motie bowls to Pereira, who cuts brilliant stop there at backward point by Evan Lewis, and there is no run. After 9 overs, West Indies looking to restrict Sri Lanka to below 162. The Sri Lankans are 88 for 1. 88 for 1. So I just want to put this on the screen there. So there is it. There are the numbers. There are the numbers surrounding Alzarri Joseph. So the fastest West Indies bowlers to 50 T20 International wicket is Alzarri Joseph. It took him 31 matches. Samuel Badri did it in 39 matches. Sheldon Cottrell 42. Sunil Narayan 48. And Jason Older 48. So, you know, Alzarri Joseph, as Chase comes in, bowls to Mendes, who turned this away down to the fielder on the backward square leg boundary, has to move a long way to his left. He came across, run about 15 meters, and by the time he got there, the batsmen were able to come back for 2. 90 for 1 are the Sri Lankans. So 90 for 1 are the Sri Lankans at this stage. So Michael Douglas was making the point that, yes, Michael, absolutely. Gerard Mead is saying as Chase comes in, bowls to Mendes, who is high in the air, down towards mid-wicket, gone all the way, 6 runs. So that high in the air, down towards mid-wicket, and it went over the field ahead for 6 more, 96 now for 1. The Sri Lankans are really motoring here now, and West Indies definitely needs quick wickets, quick wickets. If I were a captain and a bowler didn't bowl well, he must bowl another one to clean up the mess. That's Gerard Mead giving his opinion, and think that both Josephs should have bowled another over. So Chase bowled short to Mendes, who played it down to long on for a single, 97 for 1. Gerard Mead, I got your point, but I think that they're going to bring them back. But they're going through the repertoire of spinners first to see how it goes, because it was the spinners that did the damage. So they will come back, but I think that he's going through. Chase bowled to Pereira, who drives down to long off for another run. The score moves up now to 98 for 1 off 9.4 overs. Richard Siddiqui said, how soon the game going to resume? No, the game is going on, man. Chase over the wicket, bowls to Mendes, who cannot beat the short third man, and the score remains at 98 for 1. 98 for 1. So there I put it on the screen just now, where Alzarri Joseph is our quickest bowler to 50 T20 wickets. Chase bowls back to Chase, who dropped the catch. So Mendes came on the front foot and stroked it back to Chase. It was right in his breadbasket. He grabbed at it. Instead of cushion it into the breadbasket, he grabbed at it and he floored the catch. After 10 overs, Sri Lanka 98 for 1. Bad miss there by Ruston Chase. Absolutely bad miss there by Ruston Chase. It was right back into his breadbasket. Get this man off the screen, please. Come on, Richard Sadiq, man. You cannot. No, man. Richard Sadiq, he's back into the attack. Hope he gets some wicket now. And Richard Sadiq, would you be happy if Alzarri Joseph gets some wickets now? Sweetbread is saying, yes, it was right into the breadbasket, man. He should not have dropped that. You saw there, he grabbed at it instead of just cushioning it, man. Cushion it, man. He was a little too anxious there. Bad miss by Ruston Chase. Bad miss. 98 for 1 after 10. Alzarri Joseph back into the attack now. He's bowling to Pereira. Round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, drives down the ground. Good looking shot. The fielder should come around, though he doesn't get there. 4 more runs. That brought up the Sri Lanka 100. They are 102 for 1. 10.1 overs. So Joseph there just over pitching and it was driven down the ground. Alzarri bowls too many boundary balls. I agree with that. 100%, Dre. He's the same type of bowlers like Shamar. We may be better off playing McCoy with his variation instead of both Shamar and Alzarri. That's a solid point you're making, Dre. It's something for discussion. It's something that we can talk about. That's a good view you put forward. Shamar Joseph round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Pereira, look to turn it and it goes on the bounce back to Joseph. Once again, West Indies just unlucky. So that's a good view to put forward, and it's something that can be discussed, that both Shamar and Alzarri are a similar type of bowler, and you probably need some variety there. That's a discussion that we could have. I don't have any issue with such a discussion. Alzarri over the wicket, round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, clip this away down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. And once again, it's Purser's, the director of cricket, Mile Bascom, said that there's not a fitness policy as far as West Indies cricketers are concerned. There's no fitness policy. Unlike when Jimmy Adams was there and insists that players has to reach a certain level of fitness, as Alzarri Joseph gave up another boundary again. But I think that a fit Shafane Rutherford on the boundary would have saved that delivery. That's my view. A fit Shafane Rutherford would have saved that. I think a fit Ravman Paul would have taken the catch at first slip. Let's watch Alzarri Joseph. Round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, beaten outside the half stump through to the keeper, and there's no run. That's where he needs to keep it. And you bowl that delivery that beats the batsman. Let's see the next delivery. Let's see if he's going to repeat that delivery. And so while I agree with Dre that Alzarri bowls too many boundary balls, and that Ian Shamar is the same type of bowler, and that probably we need some variety into the attack, and while that is up for discussion and we can talk about it and debate it, we must also never forget the fact, though, as Alzarri bowls again to Pereira, who comes on the front foot and strokes this down to long off for a singer, or they will get back for 2 more runs there. The return comes in a wild one. The West Indies is really not playing good cricket here now. They're not playing good cricket any at all. It's like I don't know. It is. Sometimes you get the impression that these guys not really thinking about it. They're not really bowling. They're not bowling well. They are not fielding well. as Pereira secors. Joseph round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, defends back to the ball on the offside of the pitch, and there's no run. 108 for 1 at the end of over number 11. So yes, Alzarri Joseph bowled too many boundary balls. Should there be a discussion whether we need some variety into the attack instead of the sameness of Shamar and Alzarri? That's a discussion that we could have. Is McCoy the person to replace them? Some persons will tell you no right off the bat, while some will agree with you. But for me, the bigger discussion is, should there be some variation with our pace bowlers? Should there be a different type of pace bowlers, as Shamar and Alzarri are same old? But despite that, we cannot ignore the fact that Alzarri Joseph is our fastest T20 bowler to 50 T20 International wickets. That is big. That is massive. So that should always be a part of the discussion. Fantastic job, bro. Ball by ball. Thank you. Dre saying that McCoy has 49 from 38 games. Thank you for that update, Dre McCoy. And so, thank you. I didn't check that. I will double check. But Dre is saying that McCoy has 49 from 38 games. That's good. Chase bowls to Mendes, who played this down to long on as Chase once again misfield off his bowling. So he dropped a catch the previous delivery of his bowling, and this time he misfield off his bowling. Chase needs to rein it in. So that's good from McCoy, though, That's very good. This is becoming very hard to watch. Powell needs to be trying something new. Maybe have an over himself or try Rutherford. I want to say something about that, Mr. Casanova. Chase, round the wicket, bowls to Pereira's off the back foot and force it away. Down to backward point, the fielder comes off the boundary. This time they restrict them to 110 for 1 after 11.2 overs. If you recall, when I was picking my team before the series started, I have 6 batsmen plus Chase as Mendes secors. Chase over the wicket, bowl to Mendes, who looks to cut Shea up, just about to toss the ball in the air, but he held on to it. He's listening to me. They don't toss it in the air. The batsman can go through for a single when it's in the air. So let's watch Chase now. He comes in now, bowls to Mendes, who forced this out into the offside, cannot beat Fabian Allen at cover, and there is no run. So good bowling here by Chase. None for 16 from his 2.4 overs. Should have gotten a wicket. But should have if it doesn't work. Chase bowls to Mendes, who again is off the back foot, force it out into the covers, this time to the left of Fabian Allen. It goes down to Elvin Lewis coming off the backward point boundary. They get a single. It's 111 for 1. Nelson. Can Nelson give West Indies a wicket here now? Can Nelson give West Indies a wicket? Chase is going to go around the wicket to Pereira. Is in. Bowls to Pereira, up, bowl to Pereira, drives into the offside, down to the sweeper on the cover boundary. Another single. So Chase have bowled 3 overs, none for 18. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant again from Chase. Pereira on 24, Mendes on 46. Sri Lanka 112 for 1, replying to 162 made by the West Indies. So you will recall that I have Athanaze in my playing 11. 6 batsmen, then Chase, then 4 bowlers. And I think that if they had played that, not only would they have strengthened the bowling, but Athanaze would be that bowler that we are looking forward to now. Just to try for that 1 over 2 to see if he can do something. So I'm not here saying that Athanaze can get me out. I don't think so. Probably if I get careless and stop concentrating, Athanaze could get me out. And so I probably will be open for that, And for someone like Athanaze, Shepherd bowls outside the half stump to Pereira, who swings and misses. It goes through to the keeper and there is no run. The Cricket Forum, I want to have nails by the end of the day. I'm biting them all with this match. Ah, this okay. Sri Lanka is playing Australia in the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. Let's watch this deliver from South Africa is playing Australia in the semi-final of the T20 World Cup. Shepherd round the wicket, bowls to Pereira, played it away, down to Shafane Rutherford on the backward square leg boundary for a single. The score moves up to 113 for 3 after 12.2. I wish Sri Lanka, I wish South Africa the best of luck. I really wish them the best of luck. I think at one stage it was 99 for 4. Australia batting first. I really. Mr. Casanova believe that Sri Lanka should win easy. Do you remember this? Do you remember this? That I wasn't pleased with Rutherford's selection because he had a short CPL and therefore was very rusty. Yes, you did say so, but I think he deserves his place in the team. As Shepherd bowls to Mendes, who forces this away down to the cover fielder, and they will come back for 2. The score is now 115 for 1. Mendes moves up to 48. Yes, what I don't think that necessarily having a short. I remember you saying it, but I don't think the fact that you didn't play, you have a short CPL, you cannot be fit for a series. I think you can still put in the work, and he did play so much. Shepherd bowled to Mendes, who played it back down the inside of the pitch to the bowler, and there is no run. Let's what Michael Douglas is saying that. So they are looking the West Indies warm up in the field, and they're saying that they did put in the work. Let's see now. Shepherd 10 from 1.4 overs down the leg side, clipped away to the man at short fine leg. Alzarri Joseph, is it lucky there? Lucky there, Shepherd. Is the West Indies luck changing now? Because that ball just float up on leg stump, and the batsman should have really put it away, and it went straight to the short fine leg fielder, and there's no run. So Shepherd, none for 10 from 1.5 overs. Chase, none for 18 from 3 overs. So these are 2 good bowling well here. Shepherd over the wicket, bowls again to Mendes, who took this away down to mid wicket. Will they come back for 2? No. So he will stay on 49, 116 for 1 after 13 overs. So the West Indies now are just trying to rein it in here, because from the last 15 deliveries, only 1 boundary. So Alzarri 3 deliveries, then Chase, then Shepherd. It's only 1 boundary. So there's Michael Douglas, just confirming that indeed Obed McCoy do have 49 wickets, was it? 49 wickets from 38 games. So Michael Douglas confirming it. However, he's also making the further point that Alzarri Joseph economy is better than Obed. But 8.51 to 8.59 Michael Douglas is in the same ballpark. So I really think that difference is not significant, it's negligible. As look to swept there, taken on the pad. No run, 116. But yes, so but he got his 50. He's on 50 wickets in 7 fewer matches than Obed McCoy. Big point, that very, very big point. But when it comes to the economy, they are in the same ballpark. I wouldn't really quote that as a difference. It's just 0.08. Chase bowls to Mendes, who turned this into mid-wicket. Rutherford, is it Rutherford or Powell? Which one of them? Is it Powell? Just struggled after that. And so Mendes move up to 51 from 37 deliveries. Sri Lanka 118 for 1. You recall when I said that Powell didn't turn like a bike when he was at first slip? He turned like an SUV. But if you look at this, it's really more like you'd say, I'm just trying to be descriptive to give the impression, to paint paint a picture to those persons who are not watching the match. Just paint a picture to that person who are not watching the match. But he really was now moving like a trailer, a trailer there just now. And so it's not like he's just trying to paint a picture. And so that ball just now was played out into the offside. They go through for a single, pulled away into the onside for another single, and so the score moves up to 121 for 1 after 13.4 overs. So the ball is played to backward point, and these are basic things that you teach as a coach, even at the high school level. The ball is played to backward point, and Shamar Springer is on the long on boundary, and he doesn't come in to close the gap. He waits till the ball was thrown at the non-striker's end before he starts running in, allowing the batsman to go through for the overthrow. Backward point, long on knows that they must come in. It's basic cricket, and Shamar Springer was standing on the long on boundary, chase round the wicket, balls to Bendis, who turned this into a short mid-wicket and get a single. So Chase will end his spell, none for 24, just 6 runs per over, good bowling, although he hasn't gotten a wicket. It's 122 for 1 after 14 overs. Those are basic things. And that's why I said they're not really thinking. I don't get them. Yes, you can lose a cricket match, but shows that you are in tune with it, man. Shows that you are with the game. Think it out, man. Please, guys, just think it out. Think it out, please. Gerard Mead is saying, this is T20 cricket with fielding restrictions, so boundaries will come. This format is designed for run scoring. I agree with you, Gerard Mead, but the premier fast bowler, I really think is going for too many boundaries. I agree with you about all of the format and so on, but the premier fast bowler really need to go for less boundaries than he is going. If Seal is such a great bowler, where is he? Shamar round the wicket, bowls to Pereira with his high in the air, down towards deep mid-wicket. Ravman Powell moves to his left, picked up, sends the return in, and they go through for 2. 124 for 1. I want to ask you a question, Gerard Mead. Do you think that if Alzarri Joseph is going for less boundary, he will be a more effective bowler for the West Indies? If Shamar Joseph is going for less boundary, would he be a more effective bowler for the West Indies? As Shamar Joseph float up one into the slot and spank away over the covers for 4. 128 for 1. So they will be more effective for the West Indies if they are going for less boundaries. And if they are going for less boundaries, and if they are more effective for the West Indies, it means that the West Indies will win more matches. And that's what all of us want. All of us want that. Round the wicket comes Shamar, bowls to the left-handed Pereira, who played it back down the pitch to the bowler, and there is no run. I have told you over and over, West Indies need one team for the team. And one team for the, test team, ODI, and T20. So, Tony, I know you have said that over and over, but that will never be the reality. So, I am not going to one who is going to push for Shamar, bowls short to Pereira, who pulls down to the man at the mid-wicket boundary for a single. That's Fabian Allen, and they come back for 2. It gone straight to Fabian Allen, and they come back for 2, and Shea Oak did not gather the return. And so they are comfortable home, 130 for 1 after 14.4 overs. I apologize for that. 17. So Sri Lanka only need 29 runs now from 30 deliveries to win the match. I apologize for that, but I just taste something bitter, like my mouth was bitter, and so I just had to. Didn't want to say anything else. I just wanted to went to the bathroom and check it out and brush my mouth because it just tastes bitter all of a sudden, and I didn't want to comment any further. But I was saying, Tony, that they're packed in, even the trees and the buildings. Massive match here in Sri Lanka today. So I'm not one who's going to dwell on something that is not going to happen. And you think that after 5 years, they will be the best team in the world. I'm not saying that you're wrong, Tony. It could well work, because you just try. A losing teams just try things, But nonetheless, this T20 team is a very good team now. We are number 3 in the world. India, Sri Lanka recently beat India in Sri Lanka. So, it could work. We don't know. It could work, but I don't see it going. It's not going to happen. We're not going to have that. Good morning, all. I keep saying the team is a batsman short. Agree with the 6 batsman team. Earl Thomas, welcome. Thank you. 1976 to 2000. How many teams West Indies have that played Test and ODI? It's evolved though, Tony. It's evolved. The game has evolved. It has moved away, and Shayop just working on his helmet here. You recall we all heard about dinosaurs and why dinosaurs have become extinct. Extinct is because they did not adapt to their new environment. So it's all about evolving, Tony. And Floyd Melody saying, I think our bowlers can do much better, especially Alzarri Joseph. Now he is our top wicket taker, but he gives away too much boundaries, especially when he bowls the short delivery. Agree. Motie comes in, bowls to Mendes, hit it high in the air, over the top, down to extra cover into the boundary for 4. Lovely shot there by Mendes, just using his feet and in it over the top, down to the extra cover boundary for 4. 138 for 1 after 15.1 overs. Jay saying, Akil and Puran would have been key players for this series. Akil especially. Well, my position, Jay, I would have said it, and I'm not asking anyone to adopt my position, but this is my position. Akil and Puran is not there, so I'm not going to talk about them, and I'm not saying that anyone you have to adopt my position. But my position is that I am is a West Indies team that is in Sri Lanka is what I support. I don't support Akil Hussain. I don't support Nicholas Puran. Short, pulled into the mid-wicket region. I don't support them. If they are playing in a T20 league and I'm watching them, I want them to do well as a West Indian, of course. But right now, I don't have time for them. Who I have time for and to support is these level guys on the field and the other 4 to a wider extent. So I am not one. I'm not in the if, shoulda, coulda, Dre. But I'm not saying that everyone should be like me. But that's what helps me to remain balanced. That's what helped me to remain unbiased, because I support who is playing. Whether my favorite player is there or not, I'm going to support who is playing, because I support the West Indies team as a collective and not the individual parts. I support the collective parts, not the individual. And that's as Michael Douglas is saying, as an international player, you should not be too rusty after 3 weeks without no games. That actually some good rest. He should have returned fresh and ready to go. And I know you're referring to Alzarri Joseph. So Anthony Sunish is giving us an update. Australia made 134 for 5 off their 20 overs. Sri Lanka is South Africa is 68 for 1 after 8.5 overs. So match on over there. South Africa should get 32 and 34, 66. Well, they have passed the halfway stage, so hopefully they get home. Sadi Gabriel, why bat first? That's a point that I agree with. Would it have made any difference to the match? I don't know, but why bat first is something that I also ask myself. Gudakesh Motie short, cut away to chase at backward point. There's no run by Mendes. He's on 58 from 44 deliveries. So Gudakesh Motie in his final over, 1 for 29, 1 delivery to come in his spell. He comes in now, bowls to Mendes. He's in, bowls to Mendes. Mendes slap this to the man on the extra cover boundary who comes in. That's Shamar Joseph, and they will get back for 2 comfortable. So 1 for 31 from Motie, 4 overs, not bad. That's just about 7 point. What is it now? 7 4 7's 28, 7.75 runs per over. So that's 7.75 runs per over. Not bad. Could be much. Could be a little tighter, But again, Sri Lanka require at the start of their innings more than 8 runs per over to win. And so if you bowl for less than 7 point for less than 8, because you go for 7.75, then you would have bowled fairly well. But Sadi Gabriel, that's a question I asked myself immediately as I saw the decision to bat first. So Michael Douglas is saying at the cricket forum, his point was that Alzarri gave away too many runs outside the half stump by Shepherd, and Pereira played it down to the field and the cover boundary for a single, 141 for 1 after 16.1. His point that Alzarri Joseph gave away too many runs, which is right, but he named a player to replace him who conceded the same number of runs or even more by a bit. So I slow. Good point, Michael Douglas. I got you. I understand the point that you are making. Gerard Me, over the wickets comes Shepherd, bowls short outside the half stump, cut away down to backward point for 4. This is coming very quickly now. It's 145 for 1 after 16.2 overs. They are closing in on victory. Just 18 runs needed are the Sri Lankans. Alzarri is too expensive for sure, so why not play Seals, who it is claimed as our best bowler? Gerard Mead, I think legend. I think you missed the point that most persons are making. Shepherd comes in, bowls as the batsman goes across his crease and look to paddle this away down the leg side, misses through to the keeper. I think the vast majority of us, and Gerard Mead, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed of the position that you are taking, Alzarri Joseph. Because I think the vast majority of us want to see Alzarri Joseph do better. And I think what you're communicating to us is that Alzarri Joseph is better than the rest, so he does not need to improve. That's what I'm getting from the context of what you're saying, Gerard. And you're a legend of this community. We have always discussed cricket. So I hope you don't think that I'm bashing you. But I'm disappointed from the fact that you're coming across like as Alzarri Joseph is okay and he should not improve. And I'm making the point that if Alzarri Joseph improves, becomes less expensive, he will be more effective. And if he's more effective, West Indies will win more matches. And that, if his standard improve, he will drag the other bowlers with him. Because, but if you're going to look at it and say, well, he's the best, and the others are worse than him, so he doesn't need to improve, I don't think that should be our right approach. You know, Akil Pooran and others would definitely have been key, agreed. But these boys play a lot of cricket and flying all about. I think they do need to avoid total burnout, Sweetbread is saying. No excuse, T20 isn't test match. Cricket burnout isn't an issue. These same players going to play in the SA T20. Hope is a player I have a lot of respect for, always making himself available for the West Indies. Dre, although you should not have all in it, because you remember that up to, was it earlier this year or late last year? When this West Indies tour Australia, was it in January, February, or was it in December, January? I think it was January, February. Shea Hope turned down the invitation to come and play for the test team. So I'm just saying that. And then there was a series before the World Cup, which he again turned down. So, but I got the bigger point that you're making, that he's most of the time available to represent the West Indies, but always is not totally correct. Patrick Lambert say SA women need 54 from 54 with 9 wickets in hand. Sonish is saying that SA have 97 for 1, so that would not be 54, that would be 37. Alden Lewis is saying, how many series West Indies lost since Powell became the captain? This is the second. This will be the second. 145 for 1. Something seemed to, what happened to Rutherford here now? Is it Rutherford or Lewis? Is Rutherford, he has hurt his little finger. Hope it's not jar, you know. Let's see what happens. I hope he. Oh, you saw what happened to Rutherford there, and I know it's a different dispensation, but you see, in my days when we were playing cricket, we would have just pushed that back into position. Not that it won't hurt, and not that it won't require treatment, but we would have treated it spontaneously before we seek medical help. But I hope the physio sort it out though. I never like to see a player injured, you know. He's in real pain. Absolute pain, there's Rutherford. He's wrenching in pain. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's wrenching in pain. Wow. Felt it. I think it's 2, and both of them were away series. But persons are going to point out though that we never made the semi-final of the World Cup, so those series win doesn't really carry the same weight as not making the semi-final or the final of the World Cup. But we have done well since 2023. When we beat South Africa 2-1 in South Africa, and we have won all the subsequent series then, except for the one in Australia earlier this year. And this will be the second out of series that we're going to lose. So since 2023, we have not lost a T20 series in the Caribbean, except that we never made it to the World Cup final, and we never won the World Cup final, and that was the biggest one. So that's the, you know, that's the situation. We are playing good T20 cricket, Alden Lewis. We are definitely playing good T20 cricket. Shot outside the off stump by Shepherd. Cut away. Down to backward point. They come back for 2 now. We're not seeing the field. They're going to come back for 3, yes. Was that a replay? Or was it, they were just showing the replay of the injury? This is the last one. On Sunday we started the ODI series. Richard Sadiq is asking how many T20 remaining to play. Round the wicket comes Shepherd, ball to Pereira, full toss, bang away, down to the deep mid wicket here. The fielder gave chase, cannot stop it into the boundary for 4. Although Powell got the foot down, the ball still trickled into the boundary. 152 for 1. Just 11 needed now. Someone had said that they're going to win by the 17th over at the rate they're going. But they'll not quite make it by the 17th over, but very close because one delivery to coming over number 17. So Light saying the score is 104 for 1. Wow. South Africa. You see, the thing about South Africa, though, although they only need 30 runs to win, you know they will choke. You know they will choke. Let's see. Round the wicket comes Shepherd, bowls to Pereira, who flat batted down to long on for a single after 17 overs. Sri Lanka 153 for 1, needing 10 runs to win from 18 deliveries. Only chase is economical, so why they're always picking on Alzari alone? Yeah, that's a good point there, no? That's a good point there by Gerard Mead. That's a good point there. Let me play devil's advocate, Gerard Mead. But that's a good point. I understand. Hussein is also economical. Gudakesh Motie is also economical. But I think from a pace bowling point of view, all the spinners, West Indies spinners are really top class. Good bowlers. Bowl very economical. They might not always get in the number of wickets to back it up, but they are good. West Indies spinners are good, world class. I think all our 3 spinners can get into probably any team in the world, national team. Joseph bowls outside the off stump, full toss, clipped away down to long on. Shamar Joseph moves to his left, Shamar Springer moves to his left, cannot prevent the second. It's 155 for 1. So I'm playing David Advocate here, Gerard Mead, and David Advocate. What if why they're all picking on him is like, persons don't stone green mango, It's because he's ripe and they want him to do better. It's because they rate him so highly, because they know that his ceiling can go higher and they want him to reach that ceiling. So maybe that's why. But I take your point, Gerard Mead. Gerald Music is saying that King gave away his wicket too easily. Joseph Bowles whipped away down the leg side for 4. You said King gave away his wicket too easily. Yours, Ed Voice saying, yes, we are almost there. Please, girl. Gerald Music is saying, why Fabian batting so late? Motie and Shepherd batting before him. Jay saying, despite the facts that Alzari and McCoy have similar economy, it's not the point. The point is McCoy with his left arm is a different type of bowler that adds variation. That's a good point, Jay. That's a very good point. Alzari bowls to Pereira, who clip this away down to mid-wicket. Another single, 160 now for 1. So these are... Alden Lewis is saying, brainless cricket by countryman King. He's too talented to constantly giving away his hand like that. Okay, so there's a... Flight Melody saying, we allow Sri Lanka to get out of the gates too early. 160 for 1, 17.3 overs have been bowled. Alzari 2.3 overs, none for 32. We allow Sri Lanka to get out of the gates too early. As a result of this, that's why we are in this predicament. So South Africa need 24 runs in 39 deliveries. Will it be a West Indies South Africa final? Alzarri Joseph over the wicket, down the leg side, wide signal, 161 for 1, 2 runs needed. The team played like schoolboys, as if they don't want to win. The women will make us smile tomorrow. Patrick Lambert, I'm really looking forward to that. And Anthony is telling us that South Africa 118 for 1, 14.2 overs. They need 16 more runs to win. Wow. Joseph bowls to Mendes is beaten outside the off stump. Where were those deliveries earlier? Sri Bread is saying, no excuse, Dre, just reality. We need to cultivate more of their caliber from the potential that is lurking in the region. But Sweet Bread, while I agree with you, those talents need to take personal responsibility, and when they get the opportunity, they need to do well. Alzarri bowls, full toss, clipped away down to long on for a singer. They are stretching this out. 162 now for 1. 1 run needed. And Sweet Bread in... Look at the recently concluded CPL. How many of those young talented players come forward? Was there any? I think probably Ashmead Ned was the best of the lot, and he bowled left arm spin. I heard Bobby Brown was telling me that he would have taken Ashmead Ned in this series. You would have definitely taken him ahead of Fabian Allen. That's what Bobby Brown was saying. That's for another discussion. Who are the players for the ODI squad? I'm going to bring it up very, very shortly. So I'm just going to give you the ODI squad. Joseph Bowler pulled away down to fine leg for 4. That's it. Sri Lanka won by 9 wickets. So Sri Lanka won by 9 wickets with Mendes on 68 and Pereira on 55. So they beat West Indies by 9 wickets to win the series 2-1 after West Indies winning the first match. Sri Lanka bounced back and winning the series 2-1. So West Indies lost 2 on a trot here now. They lost 2 on a trot as Sri Lanka bounced back in fine style to win the series. So Richard Sadiq, I'm coming up. I'm going to show you the squad. So those are the players in the ODI squad. Richard Sadiq. Those are the 15 players in the ODI squad, and that series starts on Sunday. It starts at 4 a.m. in the morning Jamaican time, 5 a.m. in the Eastern Caribbean. It will be very interesting if, I hope that West Indies will be in the final. You know, Ailey Matthews gave an interview today and saying that they never just came here to be in the semifinals and satisfied with that. They are here to win the entire thing. That's what Ailey Matthews said today in the official interview released by ICC. She did say that I wanted to play it in the innings break, but it never came across early enough for me to edit it. And you cannot play back the interview from the ICC what you call in its native form. You need to clip it up, you know, and it never came across early enough for me to clip it up. So it's going to be very interesting. We maybe have to be commentating on too much again at the same time. So that's the 11. That's the 15 who are there. Dre's saying that we are picking on Alzarri because he's a senior guy. I agree with that. So it's 124 for 2. So as the choking starts, disappointing the way Chase played spin in this series. That's one of the main things that cost us the series. So everyone, so it's saying, what can West Indies do to improve their spin batting skill? Rehire Carl Hooper. I have a simple solution to that. Rehire Carl Hooper. Take care, everyone. I'm going to tune into the last few moments of that match now between Sri Lanka, and not Sri Lanka, South Africa and Australia. I'm very happy that it looks like South Africa is going to win. You know, so take care. Or we could just stay here. We could stay here. Yes, we could just stay here for that match. So let's watch now. So Botch is it? She's on 69. Bowls to Bosch, she drives back to the ball, and there is no run. The score remains at 130 for 2. South Africa needing 5 runs to win. 1 delivery to come in over number 17. I'm very happy that South Africa is winning this match. Michael Douglas is saying that South Africa will win. Yes, man, stay. 5 needed, yes. So the big lanky, the number 14, is that McGraw. Bowl to Bosch, who plays it out into the covers. They go through for a quick singer. The return comes in. The fielder backed up 131 for 2 at the end of over number 16. So 17. So Australia is, oh, South Africa is making their second consecutive T20 final in 1 year. Big up to the program in South Africa. Yes, Alden Lewis is saying, yes, man, 5 needed, 4 needed now. So Tryon is on 1. Bosch is on 70, the innings of her life. She has played the innings of her life here. 131 for 2. Tryon is on 1. Bosch is on 70 from 46 deliveries. I've never seen Bosch score more than 50 yet. Envoy, can you tell us, is this the first time Bosch is scoring more than 50? So who they are bringing back into the attack now? Shoot. So shoot it. They have bring back shoot into the attack. 4 remaining from 8 deliveries. I am sure that South Africa cannot lose from here. No, man, they cannot choke. They cannot choke. Bosch is on 70 from 46 deliveries. Is this our first 15 international cricket? Shoots, comes in, bowls to Bosch, she cuts away straight to the field at cover point, and there is no run. The score remains at 131 for 2. South Africa needing a further 4 runs to win this World Cup match now. 4 runs needed. So let's see now. Bosch is on strike. She faces up now to shoots. In. Bowl to Bosch. Swung away! Down to mid-wicket. 4 runs. South Africa in the final of the World Cup again. Brilliant. Australia out. Go home, Australia. Go home. Go home, Australia. There's I think it's 68 match. How many matches have Australia? I think it's, I don't remember. But it's a long, long time that Australia have lost a match in the World Cup. As Bosch playing the innings of her life. The innings of her life she has played. And this was her 5th T20 half century. Her 5th T20 half century. And her highest score ever in T20 cricket. Her highest score ever. Her previous highest was 67. And this was her 5th T20 half century. Well done. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. There are 3 things that happened today in cricket which made me happy. I don't have anything against India, but persons like Chopra, who's saying that West Indies should not be playing international test cricket and so on. India was bowled out today for 46 because of their arrogance. They were so arrogant, they won the toss and batted in overcast condition. And New Zealand bowled them out for 46. Yes, 46. India. New Zealand are 180 for 3 by the close of play. So I was happy that India got bowled out for 46. I'm happy to see that Australia is going home and not going to the final. Maybe it's the first time ever in the history of women T20 World Cup cricket, Australia is not going through to the final. Is it? Who did we beat in the final? Was it Australia or England we beat in the final? And the other day, on Wednesday, was it? When did we knock them out? And when we knocked out England on Sunday out of the World Cup, So those three things makes me very, very happy. So, it sort of cushion the West Indies loss. It cushions the West Indies loss. Yes, it cushion the West Indies loss. Alden is saying, too much Aussies in our face. No England, Australia, or India. God is good, said Michael Douglas. Wow. Are you anti those teams, Michael Douglas? Come on, Michael Douglas, are you anti those teams? Mind Michael Douglas, mind you anti those teams. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was my absolute pleasure to be here with you. And I see you tomorrow morning. I may be back this afternoon with a preview of the West Indies World Cup semi-final match against New Zealand. But I would see if I can get some guests for that show. If I can't get any guests, then I may not be here. I'm going to invite my godfather, Owen Lewin. Without Owen Lewin, I would not have finished college. Owen Lewin was my financer during college. So he's my godfather. He was the one who told me Monday night that West Indies was going to win the match. We're at the match at the National Stadium. And he said it more than once. Deandra Dutton is going to win the match. And a lady called me. No, she never called me. She messaged me from Barbados yesterday and asked why was it that Dutton was not the player of the match. So there was some controversy there. Maybe I should do a poll and who should have. No, we don't want to do that. We want to be positive and to be one West Indies. Thank you all for tuning in. I may be back later with a preview of the match, but definitely tomorrow morning at 8:55 for the live watch along through the entire match. Usually when I cannot get someone to help me, I start halfway through the match. But whether or not I get someone to help me tomorrow morning, I will go through the entire match. This is a World Cup semi-final. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Bye for now.